I took a short trade and a long trade. Let's jump right in. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I did take 2 trades today, one during the live stream, and I was saying, all right, the long trade is not there for me. It has to have a retracement, and I did have a retracement later during the day. I happened to take that trade. It was a setup that that does not show up very often, but nevertheless, the market gave us a very nice pullback to a demand zone, and I took it, and then I profit off of it. Okay, but first, let's take a look at the first trade. Was a break even, was during the live stream. Okay, you guys were with me taking this trade right here. This is the MQ chart. I like to see everything off of the NQ. So this is the real zone that I took. So I was paying attention to this drop, and the internals were diverging from the market. So we did have a high here, but a lower high in the internals right here. So this is the higher high, and this is the higher high in the market, and this is a higher high here on the tick chart. So the tick chart was diverging. Okay, so we took advantage of this, but here's the thing. This was a very risky trade, and I said it during the live stream. I got in here. Let's go to the real MQ just to see it. Okay, so I got in here, confirmation. We went into profit a little bit. I go back to the entry, and then we were like close to a 2-to-1, and we came back. The price came back to stop me out break even. Okay, here's the deal. My stop was 676 1 quarter, right? 676 1 quarter. The MNQ got to that point, but the actual NQ did not. Okay, so this is the difference when you trade, when you draw from one of the charts and you trade off of the other one. Is always good to give some margin of error with this stop. We call it the buffer. So we give a buffer right here, so we don't get caught in this type of difference between assets. Okay, but and I say that because I have a comment, a custom comment where it says, did it work after being break even? Right. So that's one question that I answer here in the custom statistics. I have it here, right? Ended up working after break even. I did activate this, so when I come back to my statistics and want to see what happened in any given trade or my overall plan, if it's working or not, I could have been stopped out for a full loss. Now, I protected the trade right here because it was a very risky trade, and then I said, all right, this area might work, but it's already tested too much. Okay, especially supplies, and when the market is going up so aggressively. Okay, yes, the market gets exhausted at some point, right? And it was, and now the market closed close to that area, right? And I think we haven't broken that area. If tomorrow we break to the upside, this retest at 675, 670 is going to be a pretty nice area. If we come back to this and the market keeps going up, this area is going to be key for us to trade tomorrow or later during the week. Okay, all right, so right now, before I jump into this to the second trade, I'm going to show you the video. I had to cut it. I had to fast forward it because it took me almost 40 minutes, right, to get to the target. It was a pretty nice trade. It was a 4.825. I made 4.8 hour in this trade. So let's jump right into that trade. All right, guys, this is the trade that I took today. It was a long trade. If you were with me during the live stream, we did have this area marked off in the morning. Obviously, it was very hard to take because it never came back, but at like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You guys see the limit order. It looks risky, but actually everything was setting up pretty nicely. And I had to cut the recording because it was like 30 minutes or 35 minutes, the entire trade. So I moved my target to the downside, and I will explain with the pictures how did I choose the target and why did I choose that demand, the internals and everything. Okay, so let's get back to the charts. All right, now let's review the numbers here and the pictures. This is the entry. This is the MNQ. Okay, this is the chart in the MNQ. I will show you. So this is the entry, right, and this is the target. Okay, let me show you the internal. So the ADQD couldn't be better. I've always said the ADQD works in a way that if we're gonna engage in a short or in a long, we need the retracement. So in this case, we were going long and then retraced back to a nice area, and then it continued to go up. Okay, whereas if you're here, if you're in this path to the downside, you cannot short. You're already late. So if you are going to short, it has to be in one of these pullbacks, one of these pullbacks, one of these pullbacks. That's the way to short using the ADQD. Well, that's the way I use it, okay? I want to say that the tick chart was not diverging, but we did have a lot of exhaustion, right? So here at 13:07, at 1:07 in the afternoon, we did have the 1:07 is around here. Look how far it is. This is the first low that the tick chart makes. Okay, it's almost 40 points above. Okay, in the NQ, and then you have the next read is this is the entry of my trade. Okay, right here. Now you can say how much more exhausted can it get? Okay, and this is a very good question that you can ask. You are at minus 1,000 right here. All right, if you see the tick chart historically, it rarely goes beyond 1,000. Okay, in the NQ, this is the TQ. So I am familiarized with this tick chart, not with the ES. I've seen it, but I know, I get to know this chart so well, and I feel comfortable just reading it. It might be different for the ES. So I recommend you, if you see some extreme, it might not be a good extreme, but in the NQ, we did have a good extreme. So exhaustion pattern in a very nice area. ADQD was setting up. Everything was pretty much aligned. Okay, so regarding the location, we did have the overnight right here, and I think I did have other areas, but I did not have neither divergence nor a very good extreme. So look at this. Your guys watching here, this is minus 600, somewhere around there when the chart is coming to, no, not even there, it's around here, right? So if you don't have an extreme, it's hard for you to take a trade of that sort. Okay, you need an exhaustion. The pullback continuation need an exhaustion. Okay, we did have the overnight high, 1 point on our favor. We did have this pivot, okay, and we did have this type of formation, which is pretty ideal for us. So regarding my target, it was very aggressive, but I said, all right, this thing gave back 120 points, but it's going up 3.5% today, so it has the potential to continue to go up. I was not aggressive in my target. Yes, it's a very far target, but at the end of the day, by the closing, prices close right here at 660. So I could have made the entire move, but like I've always said, the closer your target is, the higher the probability for it to get hit, right? And I did have a lot of conflicts here. I did have a lot of pivot. I did have this formation, right? All these retests right here, 1, 2, and a big drop from here. So I didn't want to risk the entire trade. It was a good trade. I didn't want to screw it up, okay? So I ended up taking my profits here. I think it was a good trade. This is the actual chart that I took on the MQ. What else do we have? And the internals, okay? So that was it. It was a pretty good trade. It put me back to the positive numbers during the week, even though I have lost 3 trades and 1 winner. So this thing, I don't know why, it does not account for the break-evens. But I'm back to the positive. My confidence is a little bit up after this trade, and tomorrow I'll try to do it again. Okay, with patience, with a lot of systematic approach towards trading, and not just putting random trades. Okay, I know patience is hard to achieve, but if we are all together doing the same thing, we can help each other to be more patient. Okay, and I've always said it's cheaper to embrace the pain of patience than just to jump into one trade and just lose money. Okay, and I'm talking from the point of view where I did those things. I did all those things in the past. Okay, but I think it's very possible to change and to become a better trader, right? So if you like my content, please smash that subscribe button and like the video, please, and share with other people so we can grow the channel. See you tomorrow. Bye now. Thanks.